Okay, hello again. Real quick, and this one I'm going to talk about why it's time, why women, especially black women, because that's my audience, that's who I'm speaking to, need to stop waiting for other people to have compassion for them and to just take their power back. Um, And I would say take it by force, but I don't mean, get into physical fights, but it might come to that because black women have been the sacrifice so long. They've been the sacrifice for everybody, not just for the black community. They've been the sacrifice for everybody. And they've been the sacrifice for so long that people are going to be up in arms when they do start to take their power back, okay? So it's going to happen. And I made a video called Stand Your Ground. I do realize somebody else made a video trying to make it seem like I was justifying why some white guy shot a black guy. No, that was a message specifically for black women, saying that they have a right to live the life that they choose to live. This cultish mentality shall no longer be tolerated, especially in the sunken black community. The sunken ship, that cultish mentality, forcing your will on a group of women who just want to live their lives in the world. That's what that was about, that it's no longer to be tolerated. And black women have a right to date who they want, to do what they want, to travel where they want, to listen to whatever music they want. That's what that message was about. And I said to stand your ground and don't let people and their ideals determine your destiny. That's what that was about. But let me get to it. I skipped through that 8-hour live that I was telling you about. It was uploaded by a YouTuber named Nyla Says. I guess she had some kind of panel with Cynthia G, Angry Man, Amiri, and some other people. And it's another lady too. And I don't really watch her channel because I don't get into any pro-black people or people that think that they can help black people or think that they can try to uplift, but I don't even listen to them no more. But something just told me to listen to this. They spent 8 hours trying to convince these black men that they need to be in the household more. I did not hear one woman say, I did not hear any of those women absolve the black women of any responsibility who continue to have a bunch of children with no plan. I did not hear any woman on that panel make an excuse for black women who made bad decisions. As a matter of fact, most of those women, just from me looking at their channel, they really bashed black women. And to be honest with you, I thought that they actually hated black women. These black women who were on the panel, especially a couple of them, honestly, I thought they hated black women and they defended black men. That's what it sounded like to me. But the problem is that as soon as you want to hold these guys accountable, and not all of them were, not all of them felt like the men shouldn't be held accountable, but you had a couple that wanted to go to the Revolutionary War. They want to talk about all this stuff. They want to talk about Norway and Sweden. You see how they want to go around the world to talk about what the white man is doing to his woman, and how black men ain't the only one that's doing it. They do anything to avoid accountability. They go back to feminism. They go back to welfare. They do anything to avoid accountability. And I did hear, she did get to the solution part, but I seriously doubt that those solutions would be taken into action. People just say what they feel like they need to say. You're on the panel, somebody look for your opinion, you're going to say what you think you need to say because the spotlight is on you. But no action is going to be taken to make sure those things happen. And to be honest with you, I'm not even going to be passionate about that because I don't even care what they do. I'm really done. I don't think it's any help for the remainder of the people who want to stay with this group and think that something good is positive is going to come out of it. It won't, because of the mindsets of the people. Not because they're, so-called black. It's their mindsets are just screwed. But let me talk about how it's time to stop looking for compassion from people. They're not going to be compassionate. You need to take your power back. You need to not care what people think. You need to get the unity consciousness does not work for black women. All this unity does not work for black women because black people, not black people, but people all around the world just want to step on your necks They want to keep you subservient. They want to keep you at the bottom so they can remain at the top. I told you the black women were the first rulers. They were matriarchs. They had all the resources, and now everybody around the world is enjoying the resources that black women once had because they gave up their throne to that phallus, to that son of theirs, okay? And so there's no unity consciousness. They don't care about your plight. Take your image back too. Stop relying on and getting upset when people get your image wrong, especially for dark-skinned women, especially because they like to, I mean, we all know that they like to make dark-skinned women appear masculine and struggle and always willing to fight the good fight for everybody else in these movies. Okay, well, I said this before. Who's representing these black women? Black women who have a problem with this, because I know everybody's not going to agree. So I stopped calling people a collective. Everybody has their own mind. But I'm talking about the specific ones. If you have an idea of how you want black women to be represented in media, then do it yourself. Get some black women together, raise some money, and put it in film. Do it that way. Don't stop waiting for black men to get it right. Stop waiting for white men and white women and all these other groups of people. Stop waiting for them to get it right. They can't get it right because they're not you, okay? They can't get it right. And so stop arguing about their hair products that they make, how it doesn't cater to you. Well, because their hair is bone straight. They don't understand your hair. When you go into a beauty salon, you see more black women doing white women hair than you see white women doing black women's hair. That lets you know they don't understand you, okay? Stop complaining when they don't get your hair right, when they don't get your skin complexion right when it comes to makeup, and when they don't represent you well in media. They don't know you because they're not you, okay? So take your power back like that. Also, let me see how much time I have left, okay? I'm getting prepared. I know I say, focus on yourself, and that's definitely what I'm doing here. I'm focusing on myself to become huge, right? In order to help other people, you gotta get your own house in order first, okay? So that is what I'm doing. That's why I say I have not been online. Yeah, I have to be selfish. In order to focus on yourself, you have to be selfish. Selfish is not a bad word. See, so the people make that word selfish seem like a bad word. Well, it's selfish when you have a group of people who constantly reach out to you and help you and want to do things for you, and you just take it and don't and ungrateful. That's a person who just lacks gratitude. That's an ungrateful person, not necessarily selfish. You got to be selfish. Even if you have a family, you got to be selfish. I mean, that's the first original sin, is not caring for yourself. Being selfless and caring about everybody else but yourself, that's a sin. I mean, but black women were taught to care about everybody else and put themselves last. And that's why you stay at the bottom, and that's why everybody control your image. And another thing, stop trying to, and I know a lot of you guys that listen to this know better, but I'm just saying, there are some that still are triggered by these guys and these women, because I'm not here for the women who keep trying to hold on to these guys and trying to convince them of stuff and trying to tell them why the guys need to be in the household to take care of their children. I'm really not interested in reaching them anymore. I think they are too, they need validation badly, and that's why they can't just move on and have their own identity and be themselves, because I think they struggle with just needing validation. I'm not interested in those ladies. I'm just not, okay? And you guys shouldn't be either. Let them go with the ship, okay? But I was saying that I spend more time on myself doing inner work, because before you can really come for a group of people and do things with a group of people and be powerful, you have to work on yourself. That has to be a part of who you are before I can actually see it in the external world, okay, in my world. I have to be that person. In order for me to be that person, I got to work on myself. And so that's why I've spent about a few weeks, just to myself, okay? But anyway, no, you stop convincing these guys that you're not bed wenches. Stop convincing these guys that you're not BT 1000. Stop convincing these guys to, not throw you all in the same category. They just lack compassion. And women, unfortunately, have internalized misogyny. They lack it too. But I'm just going to end it with, is just stop. They're not going to have compassion. Just take your power back. Okay, just take it back and don't care what anybody else thinks. There's no such thing as unity consciousness for the black woman. The black woman just has to take their power back. Okay, talk to you soon.